Hi there! Today we will be talking about the undefined spleen center as seen in human design, and I'm excited to share what this is because it is an important center when you want to become confident. First, let's see where it is. So the spleen center is right here on the left-hand side of your human design chart. And it is a very interesting center because it actually talks about your physical survival, the dangers around you, and fears. As you know, when it comes to being confident, there are a lot of mental fears. There's the fear of judgment, there's the fear of failure, there's the fear of being embarrassed. And it is very important, especially for people with an open spleen center, to know that those fears are not yours. Those fears are very often unfounded. Those fears are actually someone else's fears. Someone around you is being afraid of whatever you're experiencing right now, and you're picking it up and you're magnifying it. It is very rare that you actually experience fear on your own. You tend to, whenever you find yourself in a dangerous situation, you have to follow your body, because if you do not follow your body, you get into your head and you freeze. You are unable to do anything when you're in a scary situation and you get into your head. So the idea with the spleen center is that you can see when someone is ill, you can feel what someone else is afraid of, and then you start feeling the same thing and you react. The spleen center feels very good when it's around people with a defined spleen, because those people make you feel secure. When they are feeling secure, you also feel secure and you feel good. And this is a little bit tricky because very often you tend to obsess about these people. You tend to start clinging to those people because on one side they are calming your mental but what if, and all the fears that you have in your head that you're constantly going over and over and over, which is very often for overthinking, because if I'm correct, around 70% of people have their spleen open. And when they find someone that makes them feel safe, they start clinging to it. This is also a reason why so many of us find ourselves in toxic or abusive relationships and are way too afraid of going out. And they're way too afraid of breaking it off and continuing on, because the abusers or the toxic people have a defined spleen center, and in the beginning they have made you feel safe. And that initial feeling of safeness makes you stay longer with them. So in order for you to observe this, I have prepared an exercise for you. It's called the Spleen Center Reflective Exercise, which you can find in the reference guide. I want you to spend 1 week where you pay attention to yourself, you reflect on the questions that I've listed, you write them down so that you can see who has an influence over you, if the fears you are experiencing are actually your fears or someone else's. Because it is very important for you to get yourself away from the foreign fears, because they are not yours. You are not designed to experience such fears. You are designed to mostly go through life with a safe feeling, listening to others, and that is also where your intuition is. So, for example, when you do not feel an intuition, but someone around you does feel it, you have to listen to that person. The spleen center is related to confidence because you want to be self-sufficient, you want to be safe, but you feel safe and self-sufficient around someone else. Your challenge in this life is to start feeling self-sufficient, safe, and secure, to be able to take care of your own physical survival on your own. It is scary, it is connected with a lot of mental fears, and that is what I want you to observe. What are you afraid of? How often are you afraid of something? And who are you around when you're afraid of that thing? The next exercise that we're going to cover is strong points and your weaknesses. So I am excited to see you in the next video.